noon hour is here.
Check it out.
And you're locked on to Utah's highest rated, most listened to sports radio station.
It's my station. It's my station.
This is Hans Olsen and Scotty G on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Hans and Scotty, 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. I wonder what music Bronco Mendenhall listens to. Like if Bronco's just making a long road trip to Montana to the ranch, what's his road trip music?
I could see a little bit of Matchbox 20.
No.
Maybe a little Creed.
I could see Creed, yeah.
I could see some Creed.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't go any harder than Guns N' Roses.
No, if he's going rock, it'd be that 80s rock.
Yeah.
It would be that 87,
I'm not talking,
88, 89.
Not metal.
No,
Metallica.
No Metallica.
No, I think.
No.
But I think maybe something like Warrant, maybe Whitesnake.
Yeah.
I could see him.
Here I go again on my own.
I could see him on Creedence and Clearwater.
See, that's. I could see that. I could see him being an Eagles guy. I could see even him being a little Bowler ZZ Top guy too.
And I could also see us asking him the question and him being mad that we.
I know that's the thing. I'm getting it out of the way now because I don't think I would ask him.
I'll ask him. Let me ask him. I'll ask him. And if he gets mad at me, well, that's okay because I don't do a coach's show with him.
Yeah.
And he could take it on my son in 2 years. Like, that's fine.
Rock's running extra sprints because this is for your dad asking dopey questions.
I'm already afraid that he's going to take it out on Rock. Like 11 years of having to deal with me on air while he was coaching at BYU. And you know what? Good. Take it out on him.
Yep.
The more you hurt him, the better he'll get. I don't care.
Yeah.
So I'll ask him. One of us has got to ask him.
We got to ask, yeah.
How you doing?
I'm really fascinated. I'm doing well, man. Bronco Mendenhall expected to join us here momentarily. He will join us every Tuesday at about this time throughout the course of the season. So big thanks to him for carving out some time for us.
Oh, man, buddy. I am knees deep in a new Netflix documentary.
Wow. So the Biggest Loser one.
It's over.
Thumbs up.
It was amazing. I am in another one, and I feel like it's the best one I've ever watched. And it's called America's Team.
Oh, the Cowboys one.
Yeah. And it's about Jerry Jones. It's called like The Gambler and the Dream or The Gambler and the Payout or something like that. And I just the 90s is all a blur. Like any 90s football history. I mean, I've got a good idea of it, obviously. I know the players and I know the coaches. But I didn't know the drama that was going on behind the scenes.
The White House.
Yeah, the White House. Now, they just hit the White House episode, which is episode number 4. There's 8 episodes in this one. So it's a long kind of deep Netflix special about the Dallas Cowboys. But I'm just learning about the White House. And it's funny that you bring that up because I just turned it off as they were getting into the White House. Because everybody was denying it. Nobody wanted to talk about it. Everybody was pointing and then it flashes to Michael Irving, and Michael goes, "All right, settle in. I was the president of the White House. Let's talk." And so that's where I turned it off. So it's funny you asked that. So I'll learn a little bit about the White House coming up. But holy cow, man, everything, dude. That documentary is so rich. I had no idea Jerry Jones got in such a heated confrontation with different head coaches.
Yeah.
Including one that had just won him 2 Super Bowls. I can't even believe that he had that much ego that he has to fire one and bring in Switzer.
Yeah.
Had no idea. I also didn't know that Michael Irving was kind of he was the kickoff of the build of the dynasty. Michael Irving was. I didn't realize that. I thought that it was Aikman and Smith and Irving came along, but you start to build out the chronology of it, and it's all pretty impressive and incredible.
It really is.
And the fact that Jerry Jones did what he was able to do, I didn't realize Dallas hated him so bad that the city and the state wanted to crush him for being an Arkansas boy.
Well, yeah, I mean,
they call him a podunk, country boy.
And so he comes in and he immediately fires Tom Landry.
Yeah, that was a big one.
And Tom was...
And Dallas held a presidential, motorcade / parade for Landry.
Yeah.
And the whole town was just crushing Jerry Jones. But Tom Landry, it was his time.
Yeah, oh yeah. No, it was well past his time. And so not only does he fire Tom Landry, then he brings in a guy from Miami in Jimmy Johnson. And it's just like, wait, what? What are we doing here?
Well, see, I didn't realize that they even drafted Michael Irving before Jimmy Johnson was announced. Jimmy Johnson told Michael, hey, if Dallas comes calling, go there because my good buddy just is going to buy it. They didn't even know he was going to buy it at that point. He said, my buddy's going to buy it. Go there. I'll come coach you. So that's how Jimmy Johnson and Michael Irving end up reuniting in Dallas. The whole documentary is incredible.
Hans and Scotty joining us now, the head coach of Utah State. The start of the season coming up here in just a few days. Feels like just the other day, Bronco's being introduced as the new head coach at Utah State. Now he's ready for game number 1. Coach, how are you?
Hey, Coach.
Hey, how's it going?
Doing well, doing well. Is this summer gone by fast, or has it been a lengthy process in terms of how it's felt for you?
What summer was that we're talking about? Was there a summer somewhere in between this being announced at Utah State and now? Was it? I missed that.
I feel bad that you've missed the whole thing. Yeah, Coach, one came and went while you were busy.
So that's the season between spring and fall? Is that that's what we're talking about?
Where it gets hot. Yeah, it gets hot outside.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
Coach, does it – I mean – do you still get – I mean, you've been doing this for a minute. Do you still get butterflies on that first game of the year? What's your emotions like?
Oh, sure. Not only the first game, every game. There's a lot at stake. The investments in the people, right, and working so hard to try to help them succeed and wanting them to accomplish their goals and assistant coaches and the families in a new location because no matter really what else you say, you have to acknowledge the brutal fact of winning really controls employment, longevity, futures, cultures of programs. And so there's an unavoidable part where you have to acknowledge that's real. And so every one of us each Saturday knows that's at stake. But then really once you acknowledge it, kind of to the special forces model, the best teammates are the ones that have already surrendered the outcome. So you have to acknowledge it and know it's real, and then act as if it's not real, right? And it's the entire process and staying in the present and just doing everything you can in the moment to make the right decisions, to do the right things to help those you're with.
Coach, we're going to see if we can get a better connection. You're kind of cutting out on us a little bit, so we're going to try to dial you back. Bronco Mendenhall right here on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone, getting set for the game in which you will hear right here on the Zone, in which Utah State will take on UTEP to kick off the season. And same thing at UTEP, you know, you got a new quarterback, you got a new situation there in which you're trying to figure out what they're going to look like. That Malachi Nelson, the guy that was the 5-star recruit that went to USC, then went to Boise State, got beat out by Maddox Madsen for that starting job. He has now been named the starter at UTEP, so he's been patiently waiting for an opportunity to show what he can do, and he finally will get that chance coming up on Saturday in Logan.
Well, for those of you that don't know, that UTEP plays in Conference USA, and last year they were the 3-9 team. They did get the final win of the season against New Mexico State, but they really struggled the beginning parts of the season. I actually think UTEP is a great opener. And, Coach, you know, we look at this schedule and we look at your opportunity to kick off against the Conference USA team. Tell me a little bit about UTEP, a little bit of background, and just how you feel about taking on that first opponent.
Oh, looks like we lost Coach again.
Looks like we might have lost him again. We'll see if we can get a better connection. I just want the connection to be right so people can hear him because I think that there's a lot of interest from every sports fan here in the state. Doesn't matter what school you're a fan of. Bronco Mendenhall, his conversations are always intriguing. But, you know, UTEP got out of the gates really slow against Nebraska, and then they lost one of their non-conference games against Southern Utah.
Yeah.
So, you know, this is a UTEP team that I think sets up really good. But like you said, very unpredictable, Scotty, with their rosters. And, Coach, I was just asking you, just your thoughts on your opener against UTEP and how this lines up for your Utah State Aggies.
Yeah, it remains to be seen. As we know, last season, the number of wins was
was not impressive. There were four games that they had the ball in 2 minutes trying to win. And, man, there's a huge difference between a 3-win season and a 7-win season. So new coach, new program, and developing schemes and strategies and culture. And, really, I think outside of maybe their first game against Nebraska, competitive and really have a chance in almost every game. And so I'm sure that's what they're thinking this year.
Do you, when you look at a player like Malachi Nelson, who hasn't seen the film in meaningful snaps since high school, do you more prepare for the scheme, or do you have to kind of take a deep dive and try to figure out who he is as a player?
You start with the scheme. Again, their coaches had success with that scheme, right? And that is his expertise. And so he's really looking to put the best player possible at the quarterback position to run that scheme. And so you start with that, and then, do your research as much as possible on the personnel, including the quarterback, and how they might project into it. It's never perfect, and you never know it for sure until you play, but that's the approach.
Coach, it's been a lot of fun watching some of the social media posts of the numbers ceremony. Kind of walk your Utah State fans through your ideas on the numbers ceremony and just how it went, how the players responded to it, and your thoughts on some of the numbers that were picked.
Sure. Well, really the principle
we're going to go ahead and let Bronco off the hook and see if we get something better for next week. I don't think Bronco's too overly thrilled that we're having to reconnect there. So,
yeah, Lloyd, you can let him go.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Send him our best wishes.
I don't think he's going to be overly brokenhearted that we're not going to try to make this work. So,
and ask him what his favorite music is.
Yeah, while you're on the phone, ask him.
That's tough.
Oh man, I feel bad.
It's always tough when you're running these interviews and you're having some connection issues. It's even more tough when it's Bronco, because you just want everything to be smooth and clear with Bronco.
Yes. Yep.
Because, Bronco doesn't have a lot of time for interviews.
No. And
as he mentioned, he doesn't even remember that there was a summer.
Yeah. And by the way, he's joking, but not really.
But not really. Because 87 new players, integrating 87 new players. And by the way, the number ceremony, I am curious if that's going to be an every year thing, or if they run the number ceremony because you bring in 87 new guys and you're going to establish those numbers. Like, can some of these guys have holdover numbers, or do they all have to relinquish their numbers again coming up next fall and put them back on the table to earn? Because essentially that's what the number ceremony was. You got to earn your number. And
yeah.
The higher you earn, the earlier in the selection process you get. So you get to go up and get your number in your jersey.
And by the way, that order was not selected by the coaches. It was selected by the leadership council comprised of players. So the coaches did not, establish who got to pick their numbers first. It was from the players themselves, which I think is really an interesting part of all of this, because it's like, you're the one that gets to decide, and it comes from the team and the respect from the team. And Hans, I'm sure that there's a lot of times in your playing career where the locker room thought much differently about individuals than the coaches did.
Oh, yes.
And so when the players get to have their say, it shows you who really is the strong leader within the locker room and who's really doing the job and getting it done.
Yeah, if you got the right culture, it definitely presents the best of the best, and who does deserve to go grab those jerseys. The other thing it does is it puts the ones in the back of the pile, puts them on notice. Like, you might think that you got the coach's ear, and you might think that you're getting the reps and the looks, but just know that we know what you're up to. We know what you're doing after practice. We know what your off-field issues are. We know what your work habit is. We know what you said or what you did to one of the coaches or the strength and conditioning staff. We know, and we're not happy about it. So you pick your number last and get your stuff in order.
Yeah.
If you get the right guys in that council, then you're going to weed it out pretty quick. Speaking of which, I bumped into Cam Jensen, one of Bronco's very first leaders at BYU. I bumped into him at at a BYU media availability the other day and got to watch a little bit of practice and talk with him for a minute. And he's a reminder that when you come in, because he might have been his first leadership counselor.
I think so.
When you come in and you identify a guy like Cam Jensen and put him in charge of, delivering information and deciding on talent and helping not build the depth chart, but helping identify the talent and the other leaders, then you're going to have success. And that's who Cam is. Cam is now in charge of building businesses. That's what he does.
Yeah, the general.
He builds and buys businesses, and he's been extremely successful at it. And in fact, I was in a business partnership with a tech company, as you know, for quite a few years. And we as a ownership group of this tech company sat down with Cam Jensen to look at exit strategies because we valued his mind on leadership that much. And I remember sitting down with him then and thinking, this guy is as big a leader in the tech world and business as he is on a football field. It just translates. So Bronco found that at BYU quickly. My guess is he'd found it pretty quick in Logan.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And you also have a core group of players like Bryson Barnes who grew up in the state and they know of Bronco. They know what to expect. Like when Bronco gets that job and you decide to stay there when you could have hit the transfer portal, but you decide to stay, you have a really strong idea of what you're getting into. Yeah. And some players, in fact, a lot of players, they'll say, oh, this is hard, this is difficult, but deep down they're like, we appreciate the accountability, we appreciate that, and they become better players for it. Like, I really think that if guys are able to embrace that and really wrap their arms around it, Bronco Mendenhall is going to make some of these guys NFL players. And
he'll make a lot of them.
And some of them,
I think,
if they don't, then they'll get kicked to the curb and you'll never hear from them again. But if you're able to embrace it, I think you have a chance to be successful. I mean, Kyle Van Noy is proof positive. Bronco makes it difficult, but if you figure it out and you allow yourself to embrace the process, you can be very good for it. I think, as Kyle Van Noy has told us several times, Bronco Mendenhall was very good for Kyle Van Noy. Kyle Van Noy was also very good for Bronco Mendenhall, too. And I think he can have that same relationship with a lot of other players up there, too.
Yeah, I think he can, and I'm excited to see what Bronco's able to do. The thing that's going to be difficult, I do think that, think back to some of Bronco BYU teams. I just bumped into Brian Kill.
Oh, there you go.
I just bumped into Brian Kill. Where did I bump into him? I go to so many different. Anyways, I think it might have been at another BYU media availability. But I just bumped into Brian Kill. And I thought to myself, my goodness, man, look at the linebackers Bronco raised. He brought through a lot of great linebackers and a lot of great leaders. And then I started thinking to myself, all right, in the world of NIL at the time, when BYU was not really in the money game.
No.
They would have lost those linebackers. They would have lost Brian Kill. They'd have lost Kyle Van Noy. They would have lost the one that does the BYU TV. Really good linebacker. He married like Taysom Hill's sister or something.
Oh, Nixon. David Nixon. Yeah.
A fantastic linebacker. And as he's building these guys and the defensive linemen, some of the defensive linemen he built, the NIL would have grabbed him.
Yeah.
And so I understand why he's being so cryptic and really trying to disallow certain things through fall camp and through spring ball, because he wants to build these guys and then hold on to them. I will tell you what will hold on to some of these guys, like these guys that flash and do great things. If they know that they can make it to the NFL through Bronco Mendenhall, and Bronco can convince them and give them enough money to feel satiated and keep them on roster, then maybe he can keep some guys around. But that's going to be a tough ask.
Yeah. Yep. All right, 12:25, Hans and Scotty right here on The Zone.
Complete game coverage of the Cougars is right here on the KSL Sports Zone. The Cougars open the season at home at LaBelle Edwards Stadium as they welcome in Portland State. Your home for the best coverage of Cougar football is right here on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. This is Hans Olsen and Scotty G, presented by Mountain Land Supply on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Hans and Scotty, 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. Hope you're all having a tremendous day. It is Tuesday. It is game week here on the Zone. We're ready for college football, but hey, bee season's still going on, so we got tickets to give away. It's a Bees Ticket Tuesday. Caller number 12, 801-575-ZONE. You'll win a family 4-pack of tickets to an upcoming Bees game at their brand new stadium in South Jordan. Caller 12 right now, 801-575-ZONE. That's 801-575-ZONE. Hans, there's some things that we talk about before the show. There's some things we don't talk about that we're going to address. This one I have not talked to you about, so I do not know which direction you're going to go on this. I have a sneaking suspicion you're not going to like it, but you're also a fan of love. You love love.
Big time. Big time.
And it is official. T-Swizzle, Travis Kelce are now engaged.
Really?
Yes.
Is Travis Kelce still playing the season?
Yes.
Is he still going to be a big name in the NFL?
Yes.
Like a durable, the versatile, incredible target that he's been?
I would imagine so.
Well, then we're just going to continue the insanity, I guess. We're going to watch love play out during the NFL season. When is there a date, or did they just get engaged and leave it open?
I honestly don't know the details. I just saw Twitter just exploding with the fact that they are now engaged. So I do not know if they've set a date. I don't know if it will be. All I know is this will probably rival any of the British weddings that we've seen in the past in terms of
you think
coverage.
This will outdo some of the coverage of like the royalty?
Yeah, when Harry married the girl from the TNT show. Yeah, it's gonna rival that.
What's her name?
I forget. Meghan something. Markle. Thank you.
Yeah, that's going to get a lot of coverage. I knew it was getting serious when she agreed to come on the Kelce Brother podcast to announce a new album release. Do
you know that it broke?
No,
actually broke the internet.
I'd heard that. Like, it's so dopey and dorky to me that anybody cares. But yeah, there's a lot of people that cared, and they listened, and that quadrupled a podcast that was already big.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I can't imagine. I mean, that's like giving them what, $30 million in advertising dollars?
The amount of money that they generated off that bad boy, and will continue to do so with now that he's going to hop on and talk about wedding plans with Taylor Swift. Like every little Swiftie out there, every 14-year-old Swiftie out there is going to be all in on this podcast now.
At what point does Travis bump his brother, Jason, because he's retired and a has-been now, and bump his brother and just make it the T-Swizzle and Kelce show?
That would be a smart business move on his part. Sorry, Jason.
And what would be the predominant topic? Would it no longer be football?
No, it would not be football. It would be
fashion.
Yes.
Some music.
Probably some music that nobody likes.
And
you know what? Let me regress here a little bit. You say you like Selena Gomez. I
like her music. Yeah.
I will. Yeah, her music. Mm-hmm. I will hear some T-Swizzle songs. I'm like, that's catchy. That's pretty good.
So I have not heard a catchy T-Swizzle song. Not one.
Not one.
No, not a single one.
I love it when you hate something.
Nothing.
That makes me so happy.
I haven't. There's not one song that I'm like, oh, that's nice. Like, It's Me. I thought it was dumb.
You did not like that
one?
Is it because of her popularity?
No, it has nothing to because Selena was super popular.
Yeah,
it's just
Selena didn't hold a candle to
her music was catchy, you know? Her music had a little bit of...
How about that, was it Cut It Out or Shut It Out or Rip It Out? I can't remember. What was the song?
Yeah, no. Are you talking about...
Yeah, Taylor Swift.
Take It Off or Shake It Off, one or the other.
Shake It Off.
Is that what it is?
Definitely not.
It was not Take It Off, no.
Take it off. No, none of it. Didn't like any of it. But I do like Selena's music.
Like, are we talking about the old school Salinas?
Yeah, no. Well, yeah, I do like hers a lot, like the old school Selena's.
Salinas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like that. By the way, her Killer, I think, just was released.
I saw something about that. I don't know for sure if she was released.
The
but I saw
president
she's
of the
due.
fan club?
Yolanda.
Yeah, Yolanda.
No.
I think Yolanda was recently
She should not be released from
Absolutely not.
released.
I always got her mixed up with the girl that died in the airplane crash, Aaliyah.
You got the old Selena mixed
you're
up
thinking
with
of TLC. You're thinking of
Left Eye?
No, Left Eye was a car crash. She survived the house fire she set off in Andre Rison's house.
Wait a second. You get Selena, the original,
Yeah.
and Aaliyah?
Yeah. It sounds kind of the same.
Their music was very, very uniquely different.
Do you really know a Selena song?
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember it.
I know a few.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm just, like, frankly, I couldn't remember an Aaliyah song. I just remember they were young, they were female, and they died early.
Yeah, this is When I Think of You.
Wow.
And then we got Bum Diddy Bum Bum.
That's Selena, not Aaliyah.
That's original Selena.
Oh, I know this song. Okay.
Hey, this is fantastic stuff.
Yeah. J-Lo
Kidding
was in the movie, right?
I see. I wouldn't allow Taylor Swift to hold the jock of original Selena or new Selena.
Neither of the Salinas'.
No, Selena's.
No, she's not holding that jock.
Yeah. Well, sadly, she's not quite. So, yeah, everybody's fired up about this. Everybody's excited.
Is the sports world excited, or is this the music? Is it the teeny bop world?
I think that the NFL is very excited about this because they're going to welcome in a whole new audience.
Oh, I don't even like. You know how much I love the Netflix documentary specials. When they put the one out on Travis Kelce and T Swift, The Life of, I won't watch it. I just won't watch it.
Or you won't admit that you will.
I might watch it because they get the salacious voices that were
Yeah.
like, I was in on the whole thing, and you're like, geez, and you're right there on camera.
Do you know who put the two of these people together? Is Andy Reid. Andy Reid is credited by both of them as being the matchmaker.
What is Andy Reid's connection to T?
Andy Reid became friends with her dad, and apparently has known her dad for a long time. And they were talking, and they're like, you know what? You got a guy over there running his mouth about how he's wanting to meet my daughter, and he's like, actually, he's a pretty good dude. Like he's a big blustery guy, but
The Bearcat?
yeah.
I don't know if good dude and Travis Kelce can come out of your mouth if you're
I agree.
Andy Reid, man.
But Andy loves the guy, and Andy said, you know what? They should meet. And so both of them said that Andy Reid is the guy who is apparently the matchmaker of the stars.
I would let my daughter date Jason Kelce. I would not let my daughter date Travis Kelce.
And Jason's a little bit more forthcoming with his nefarious ways. I mean, he's always getting drunk in public and crowd surfing, but at least you know what you got.
But I know what you got. I mean, like he's a good husband and a good father. Seems like, yeah. I mean,
maybe Travis will be a good father.
I don't think they'll have kids.
I guarantee she's going to be pregnant in like 2 years.
What?
Oh yeah.
Oh no,
that'll be the most celebrated birth since Prince William.
I don't think so. I don't think they'll have kids. I think that they're too occupied by occupation. She'll be like, I don't have time for. We'll take one of my eggs and some of your sperm. We'll have somebody else have a kid for us. Like I could see, which is fine.
I know this Selena Gomez girl. She's not doing anything. Maybe she'll.
Selena, could you just stay one for us? Here's some money.
Oh man.
I don't know, man. It just seems like it'd be maybe below them. I could be wrong though. But you're right. It would be the most famous kid in the history of sports/music.
Did you watch any of the clips of the podcast?
No.
That she was on?
No, I didn't.
She did, and I'm sure it was a PR person.
You're talking about releasing or announcing the new album?
Yeah, but she was on there for like 2 hours.
Holy cow! Really?
Yeah. But there was a line that I saw a clip of that I'm like, okay, either she's smart or she's got a PR person who knows how to feed her good information and what to say. because she's like, I'm happy to be on the podcast. I know many of you or many of your listeners are male football fans. And she goes, if I know anything of what the male football fans want to see on their screen, it's me. It's more of me.
Okay, that's good.
And I'm like,
a little
okay.
Self-deprecation.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, you always love that.
Yeah.
That's good. Kid-wise, I don't know. So you think that it'll be a kid forthcoming?
I think there will be there may be. Hey, look, the doctor may have told them they were in love. Who knows?
Odds of the NFL embracing and putting the wedding on NFL Network.
Well, remember, it's owned by ESPN now, so I guarantee it. I guarantee it.
I forgot ESPN is going to destroy it.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, whatever was the old red zone, just understand that red zone's going away too.
I know.
ESPN's
everything you loved about the red zone, throw it down the tube because it's not going to. They're going to put commercials in it. It used to be nonstop commercials, and that guy Scott Hansen would just sit there in that chair for 6 hours without a bathroom break and break down highlights.
Yeah, he was great.
He was the man, and I guarantee he'll get bounced out for.
Who knows?
Somebody.
Who knows?
And they'll be going to 5-minute commercial breaks every 6 minutes.
I'll tell you, that's what's been crazy about watching this Cowboys documentary. They've got like a bunch of old Dan Patrick and Stuart Scott.
Rich Eisen back in the day. Keith Olbermann.
They even have Ed Werder.
Ooh.
Ed Werder was at the dinner, or he was at the function at the Disneyland park in Orlando when Jerry Jones walked up and went to toast the coaches, and Wannstedt and a couple of other coaches went to toast, and Jimmy Johnson did not raise his glass. Do you remember this whole story? Because this was shocking, and they all sat there and talked about it. And they had each individual, Wannstedt, Jimmy Johnson, Jerry Jones, Ed Werder, all gave their account of what happened this night at this Disney resort. And when Jimmy Johnson didn't raise his glass to toast Jerry Jones after their second Super Bowl, Jerry grabbed Ed Werder by the arm and said, "Don't leave until you see the fireworks, because the fireworks are coming." When he didn't raise his glass, Jerry Jones decided to fire him. That even though he just won a Super Bowl, he didn't raise his glass, and they all were like, "Yeah, I didn't raise the glass, and it got me fired." And Jerry's like, when he did, he became a backstabbing beeper, and I was going to fire his beeping beep. And he grabbed Ed Werder, and Ed's recount is awesome. And Ed was like, he grabbed me by the sleeve, and when he told me stay for the fireworks, I knew I was in for the biggest story maybe of NFL history. Firing a coach that had just won back-to-back Super Bowls because he doesn't give you enough credit as an owner. See, those old personalities, Scotty, even though I wasn't really into it,
yeah,
I remember getting interviewed by a couple of them. Who's the what they would call the younger guy on game day? They would call him the younger guy. He kept coaches' best interest in mind. He always kept the old coach around. He had the dog that everybody sensationalized.
Oh, Kirk Herbstreit.
Herbstreit.
Yeah.
I remember Herbstreit coming in and interviewing me. And I loved him.
Yeah.
Great personality, very relatable, told a great story. Oh, he still does.
Yeah.
I mean, he's good.
He does a really good job.
But we are losing those talents.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And I'm afraid that the NFL Network and everything's about to change.
Like, why isn't Aaron Rodgers at minicamp with his teammates?
How? He doesn't even know the people of Pittsburgh. It's like, oh, man.
He hasn't signed there yet. All right.
Oh, what did I just recently saw one that was like, it was the Emmitt Smith jersey.
Oh, yeah.
No. It was Sanders. He thought it was Shedeur Sanders.
Yeah. So apparently you're very tight with the Sanders family. This is Barry Sanders
wearing a Shedeur Sanders jersey, and he's like, "I'm sorry. Do you see that this is Lions, right?
Yeah.
And it says Sanders.
Yeah.
Has nothing to do with Shedeur." And even Stephen A. Smith leaned back like,
yeah, Stephen is like,
no.
oh boy. I'm so glad I'm making $40 million a year.
Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce engaged.
Yep.
This is what you're going to hit me with on a Tuesday.
I love it, man. I love
bad music. Good tight end play.
Yeah.
Until he says he's done, that's a good tight end, man.
Yep. Hans and Scotty coming up next, what you may have missed right here on The Zone.